go ahead and jump in. So our topic today is actually kind of a heavy one, I think, to an extent. It's pornography, sex, I guess, and kind of the impact it has on us as individuals, as Christians, with the impact it could have on your families. And I know you two have a really good story about how pornography, and I know I have definitely a testimony about pornography, and how growing up, sex really changed our image of not only ourselves but women and the impact that that has on our culture.
My story kind of starts with, my brothers were older, they took the divorce and everything going on probably the hardest because they were old enough to kind of see what was going on. They acted out pretty big. And my people that I went after, or to talk to, what I say not went after, but the people that I looked up to, my peers, right, my brothers, were the ones that started me down the path. No fault of their own, they didn't know any better. So I remember first time seeing movies that 8, 9, 10-year-old kids should not see, movies that exploited women, movies that thought that like trying to look at naked women was a good thing, and then going into that realm, my brothers introduced drinking and all the other stuff that go along with it, so it kind of takes you down that wrong path. When I was around friends at parties where they would put things on, they would put like a porn movie on, and at the time you're pretty curious because that's just, at least I was always a really curious kid. I just wanted to see what was going on, but I didn't think anything was wrong with it, like no one ever told me that that's wrong. No one ever said you shouldn't do that. It was actually the other way around. It was almost, they laughed about it and thought you should do that and pushed that, So pornography for me, like really seeing pornography, I feel like it developed over the years. Like today, it's way different than it was back then. It became a business, right?
Sure.
So when the internet came, I can remember when I first got the internet, I think I was in college. I can remember back maybe my junior year in college that I can remember. And I don't know if porn was that big at that point in time, or at least I just didn't know where to find it. I didn't really actively go out and look for it, but I saw it. I definitely saw it, and I definitely messed up, and I definitely put myself in situations that I shouldn't have been in, and I didn't think there was anything wrong with it at the time.
I mean, I can remember being a young kid, maybe like 9, something like that, and my best friend's brother bringing out a Playboy magazine. I didn't know what I was looking at. Like, it looked fake to me. Like, I remember my brain and my mind being stimulated. But like, for some reason, like, I think my brother might have been there, but definitely my best friend was there. And I was like, that was a wooden image. Like, I thought it was like fake. I didn't know what I was looking at, but as a young boy and as a male, it does something to you. Fast forward to, probably like teens, things like that. Like, you would try and stay up late and watch something on HBO or Cinemax or whatever, kind of like the softcore kind of like, naked movies or whatever. I go down a road of looking at porn, and it lasted for many, many years. And it got so bad at one time. I'm working at a job at a financial institution. All right, guys, I'm going on lunch break. I'll see you later. See you about an hour. I get an hour lunch break. I would go home and turn on the computer, go to those websites, watch porn, go back to the office. That's how bad I needed it. That's how like horrible and rough a condition I was in. Like my body, my mind wanted that, and I went to it no matter what the cost was. If you're watching pornography, you're supporting human trafficking, bottom line. Many of these women are stolen, they're trafficked in, they are sucked in, they're told that they're going to be promised something that they never get. Or if they're paid, it's peanuts, you know, they're poor anyway, and here's, you know, a couple $100 or whatever. You're not becoming a star or Hollywood or anything like that. I mean, you just know if you have this addiction, you are supporting human trafficking. Our daughters, our sisters, my daughters, you're supporting that industry.
Well, Martin said with the sex trafficking, I mean, obviously, there's some sick and twisted people out there. I've had some experience talking with friends of mine, and one particular deals with the girls coming in. And she's the first one to treat them, and the stuff that she tells me of babies being taken advantage of and having diseases because of it, and like no money is worth that, and you got to be careful who your peers are. I mean, people could lead you down that path. From what I understand, some of them girls on those, I never heard that site, but they're drugged into it. They're drugged to the point where they get addicted to drugs, and they're told that they have to do these things to get more drugs. So I mean, guys struggling with it, like Martin said, I was so naive to think that these girls must really liked it, and they must have got paid big bucks to do it, or I couldn't see myself doing something like that. So that's what I assumed, and it's way more than that.
I believe it's Mark 9:43 says, if your eye causes you to sin, pluck it out. If your hand causes you to sin, cut it off. So if you need to get rid of the internet, if you need to get rid of your smartphone, if you need to get rid of your TV, if you need to get rid of technology in your house, this will literally cause you to stumble so far if you allow it to, that you could end up in hell, right? Yeah. If you're not repentant over it, if you give Jesus the stiff arm. Now on the other side of that is obviously grace, right? There is grace, there's a repentant spirit. There's mercy for those. I mean, I told you, just because I hadn't done it in 10 years doesn't mean I never did it. And Jesus doesn't see me as that. He says your sins will be washed white as snow, right? But I also need to be obedient. If I know something is wrong and I don't want to do it anymore, you have to take the steps in order to eliminate it at all costs, by any means necessary. So you might have to, put some software in your computer, your phone, whatever, that sends it to your significant other, to an accountability partner.
I mean, for me, I'd say, my stepdad was a really good part of my life, and I didn't have him very long in my life, but he was absolutely amazing father to me, the little years I had him. I think about, would this shame him? What if he's watching right now? Is this something he would be impressed by? Same thing if Jesus were watching you. If you got to put a picture of Jesus where you sit with your computer looking down at you, do it, I mean,
it's true.
If you don't open up to your spouse about something like that, and as shameful it is, it's only a matter of time before you might get caught, and it's going to look 10 times worse. So you might as well come clean and let her help you if she can help you, or grab a buddy. Keep each other accountable.
Hi, my name is Ryan. If you struggle with this topic that was in this video, please visit the link below. We have a team of people here that are willing to help you, guide you, be accountability for you, anything you would possibly need. We are here for you.